Do you think Christian dating is wrong? Come on, let's talk about it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to your inspirational channel. I'm Mrs. Evelyn Tagle, and in today's video, we are blessed to have with us here Ruben, the youth leader for Jubilee PIWC, Living Spring District. We want to know if Christian dating is bad. Welcome to the channel, Ruben.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. How have you been doing?
Very well, thank you, by the grace of God.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So today we want to find out, is Christian dating wrong? Since you are the youth leader, what do you encourage the youth to do? Do you think they should date? Do you think they should wait till they think it's time for them to marry and maybe go to the pastors? What do you think? Should they start dating?
To be honest with you, when it comes to dating, as in when you're in the Christian community, there are many views about it. They are not necessarily wrong, but I would want to stress something very important. When it comes to these things, since most of them are not written in the Bible, we have to apply wisdom to them. So the question is, as you asked me before, is Christian dating wrong? I would say, taking it verbatim as it is, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be wrong. But there are many things that can go wrong in that context of Christian dating. That is when we have to apply wisdom to make sure that things go right. There are some people who don't want to do any of this dating, they just want to go officially to their leaders, present a lady to them and go through the official process. There's nothing wrong with that because they might know themselves that they might not have the willpower to go through a dating process with a lady. But even then, there's still a time that the man and the woman study each other. That's what we call courtship. And it's monitored obviously by the church in a way. I'm not saying that they are there 24 hours looking at them, but they are aware of the fact that they are seeing each other. And that one can take from at least 6 months to a year, depends on the needs of the people. But before the courtship, obviously you have to know the lady to be interested in her. And some people can call it dating, some people can call it knowing. I mean, it's just a brief period of getting to know the lady, just to know her character. And my pastor was suggesting that in his case, when he wanted to get married, he had many friends around him, and most of them were ladies. So he kind of knew the ladies already before approaching them for, saying it's good to be friends with, just neutral friendship with the ladies around you, because you might not know who will be your wife in the future. But some others just go straight to the, I like this lady and I want to get married. And then there are people who, let's say, adopt what is commonly seen in in society right now, that being together with a person for a long period of time, I don't know, for 5 years, 6 years before getting to know that person and eventually marrying that person. And I have many friends who have done it that way, and the reasoning behind what they tell me is that, you can't marry somebody you don't know. And in that case, I understand their point of view, because you have to know somebody before because there's that fear when it's in marriage, that you might get to know somebody, but not knowing the person for a good amount of time. In the period of marriage, that person might change and be something else. There's that fear. So I understand their point of view in a way, but some people also say that, no matter how long you stay with a person, you never know her completely fully. So those 5 years is nothing compared to 30 years of marriage. So some people ask, what's the point of all those 5 years? Why you can get to know that person.
So why 5 years? Like, did they actually date for 5 years, or is it like? It's not necessarily 5 years, but that's the approximate amount of time People usually date.
Yeah, some people 10 years, some people 2 years, but
wow.
Yeah, some people, their high school sweethearts is what they carry on to weddings and all that. Yeah. So when in the case of this dating, let's say for a Christian, I think we should be really, really honest with ourselves. With how far we can go. Some people, how far we can go with a lady before we are, let's say, driven into our sexual desires. You have to be very careful. And that one nobody else can tell you. It's between you and yourself and God, obviously. So you have to be you have to know. If you know that just touching the lady is going to prompt you to, you know, feel or think sexual desires with her, then you should avoid that until, you know. That's why I'm saying you should apply wisdom, because that one is different for everybody. There's no set rule in the Bible that, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And I know some people that are able to hug, touch, and all, because maybe because they have been, you know, they grew up in let's say with many women around them, so they're used to that. And in their case, well, it's up to them. You know, it's up to them. And while if you know that you are struggling, that even if you see the lady in a certain dress and your heart really rushes to her, I wouldn't advise you to be in a long relationship with her, because even if she is strong and you are not strong, you might flip the whole thing around. So that's why be very careful. Don't try to dance close to the boundaries. Like, you know what I mean? You know, I can be here because I can control myself. That's not how it happens. Even the most devout men, the most Christian men, when the sexual desire sometimes is more powerful than we can expect. So don't play with that at all. If you know you can't do that, please, you know, avoid long dating. So, like, to round up, if Seven will permit me to round up, Christian dating is not wrong, because there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it's something that you have to be very careful with. Do not, because the whole point of, you know, getting married with somebody is to maintain the holiness that will please God. So you think to yourself, is dating this person for a long time gonna help me or gonna facilitate my holiness? If the question is no, then avoid Christian dating. I mean, to be honest with you, I would avoid Christian dating. If you think that, okay, the person can help me maintain my holiness, even if we're dating, then there's nothing biblically wrong with that.
Oh, okay. So Christian dating is not wrong, but you have to apply wisdom. You have to know yourself, what you can cope with and what you cannot cope with, right?
Exactly.
Is there boundaries in Christian dating? Like maybe some things that you should do or shouldn't do?
Are you referring to kissing, holding hands, hugging?
You know, boundaries. Like there are some things that as a child of God you cannot do.
Okay.
Because our bodies are a temple of God. And your body being a temple of God means you have to keep it holy. So as a child of God in a relationship, is there boundaries? Things that maybe when you do, it will help you not to filter. It will help you not to sin.
Okay. You brought out a very interesting point, because when it comes to boundaries, I would like to talk about culture as well. Because there are certain things that you can't do, for example, in a traditional African home, that maybe in a European home you can do. I'll give you an example. In Italy, we greet by kissing each other, whether male or females.
What do you mean? They greet by kissing?
I mean, kissing each other on their cheeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Just between men and female. That, if you go to a traditional Ghanaian or Nigerian or West African home, it's very difficult to see something like that. So when it comes to kissing, when it comes to kissing on the cheeks, some people in the African community might think that it's too much, and I respect that, because, you know, it's culture. While others might think that it's kind of okay. But let's say what I'll use as a moral compass to make sure that I'm doing the will of God is to think is, will this thing that I do with a lady provoke some lust in me? If the answer is yes, then I might reconsider. If the answer is yes, I might reconsider. Sometimes it happens and you don't realize until it happens that, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. So you have to study yourself and know the boundaries you can go to. If some people can't hold hands because it makes them feel some sort of way. If you're that kind of person, don't copy the next person who is able to hug the lady and not flirting. Don't copy them. You are you. Let other people do themselves. You are you. So if you can't do that, apply your own wisdom and don't do it, because the main goal of all this is to please God and to go to heaven. So make sure you're on your right path.
Thank you so much. So the boundaries depend on individuals.
Yeah.
You have to know yourself to know what you can do and cannot do.
Yeah. And but there are certain boundaries that they are biblically written that
Okay.
you just can't do.
Okay.
And you can obviously you can have sex with a lady.
Okay.
You can't do anything that's even foreplay, anything that drives to sex. You know, that one is you can lust for the lady. That's really even in your mind you can lust or think of the lady in some certain way. You can lust for the lady. So there are boundaries that are biblically written. You can verify them in the Bible. But those that are not biblically written or verifiable, you should apply your wisdom to that.
Okay. Okay. So we have to apply our wisdom to know the boundaries. But the ones in the Bible, don't do it.
Yeah.
God bless you so much. God bless you. And God bless you too for watching. Please, if today is your first time of watching this video, please subscribe to be part of this family and press the thumbs up. Give us your comments down below. Do you think Christian dating is wrong? Do you think they should be dating for just short period of time? Or it depends on how they feel? Let us know your comments in the comment section. Stay blessed.